boys and girls. Welcome to another Circle Time with Miss Rachel, but this is going to be a supplemental video. I decided that although I love our Franklin books, we need to kind of move on. So today we are going to finish our Franklin books. I'm going to do a couple extra videos today, and then we'll move on to another topic, another story. I would still like to do Rainbow Fish, so we'll have to do that when we finish our Franklin books. Okay, so Franklin Goes to School. That is the title by Paulette Burgos and Brenda Clark, and they are the authors. And the authors do what? They write the words to the story. Yes, they write the words to the story. And the person who draws the pictures of Franklin is called the illustrator. I did this one backwards on purpose to see if you know, my friends. So let's start with, what part of the book is this? This is the back cover. This is the spine. And this is the front cover. I bet you knew all that, even though I did it in a different order. Very good, boys and girls. Okay, so Franklin goes to school. Franklin could count by twos and tie his shoes. He could zip zippers and button buttons, but Franklin was worried about starting school. I bet some of you are worried about starting school again. Let's see what happens with Franklin. And it was a problem because Franklin was going to school for the very first time. A lot of my friends who come in to my preschool classroom, it is their very first time going to school, and I know that. And I want to make your school experience so much fun and so safe, okay? So I cannot wait to see some of your brand new little faces. Franklin woke up with the sun. "It's my first day of school," he told Goldie, his fish. Franklin packed his new pencil case with a ruler and a pencil, an eraser, and 12 colored pencils that he had sharpened himself. Then he woke up his parents. "Hurry," he said to his parents, "I cannot be late for school." Franklin's mother looked at the clock. "Even the teacher is not awake," she laughed. "It is too early." "You must be very excited," said Franklin's father. Franklin nodded. It was so early that there was time to make a big breakfast. "You'll need a full tummy to work at school," said Franklin's father. Franklin was not hungry. "I already have a full tummy," he said. "It feels like it is full of jumping frogs." Maybe he's nervous. Franklin's mother gave him a hug. "I felt that way on my first day of school too, but the funny feeling went away." Franklin ate a little. He double-checked his book bag. Finally, it was time to go to school. Halfway to the bus stop, Franklin clutched his tummy. "I don't want to go," he said. Franklin's father gave him a big hug. "That's how I felt when I started school," he said. "Look at all of your friends waiting for the bus." There was a big crowd at the bus stop. There were brothers and sisters and mothers and fathers. Beaver was carrying her favorite book. "I can read," she said. "All of it?" asked Beaver. "Yes," she said. She answered proudly. Franklin rubbed his tummy. Rabbit pulled out a brand new notebook. "My big sister showed me how to write my numbers," he said. "All of them?" asked Franklin. "Most of them," boasted Rabbit. To boast means to brag. Franklin looked at his mother. "I want to go home," he said. "We will be here after school to hear all about the things that you did today," she said. When the bus arrived, Rabbit grabbed his sister's hand and climbed aboard. Bear stood on the top of the steps and waved goodbye again and again. Franklin hugged his mother, then his father. He kept hugging even after his friends had found their seats. As the bus pulled away, Franklin looked out the window. He didn't know if he was ready for school. "Do you think the teacher will yell?" wondered Rabbit, who who jumped out loud noises. "Do you think there's a bathroom at school?" asked Beaver, fidgeting in her seat. "I hope somebody has an extra snack," said Bear. Franklin did not say anything. The bus ride seemed very, very long. When they arrived, their teacher was waiting. Mr. Owl said hello in a gentle voice. He showed them where to hang their coats and where to sit. He showed them where to find the bathroom and offered everybody a piece of fruit. Then Beaver and Bear went to the reading and writing center. Rabbit went to the play kitchen, but Franklin stayed in his seat. "What would you like to do today, Franklin?" asked Mr. Owl. "I don't know," said Franklin, rubbing his tummy. "I cannot write all my numbers like Rabbit can. I cannot read like Beaver can. Rabbit and Beaver will learn new things at school, and so will you." Franklin started to doodle. To doodle means to draw pictures. "I can see that you are a very good artist," said the teacher. Franklin sat up taller. "I know all my colors too," he said. "What color is this?" asked Mr. Owl, holding up a colored pencil. "What color is that?" "It's a special blue," said Franklin. "It's turquoise." Turquoise means it's like blue and green mixed together. It looks like the ocean. "Now you have taught me something," said Mr. Owl. "Is there something special you would like to learn?" There were so many things Franklin wanted to learn that he had trouble deciding. Finally, he asked Mr. Owl to help him read his favorite book. Franklin made a building out of blocks. He sorted the money in the classroom store and painted 4 pictures. 1 for his teacher, 1 for himself, and 2 for his parents. It was a wonderful day. Franklin sat at the back of the bus all the way home. He bumped up and down. He was so busy having fun that he almost forgot to get off at his stop. His parents were waiting. "How's your tummy?" they asked. Franklin looked puzzled. That means he looked confused. It had been such a good day that he had forgotten all about his jumpy tummy. "My tummy is empty," he said. "That's a feeling that will go away too," said Franklin's father. How will that feeling go away? "I made this for you," said Franklin to his mother. She gave Franklin his favorite snack, fly pie. So he ate something so that his stomach would not be empty anymore. "And I made this for you," said Franklin. He gave his parents the 2 pictures and the 2 big hugs. I know that Franklin was nervous and he was scared for his first day, like a lot of you will probably be when we start school again. But there's nothing to be nervous about. It's gonna be so much fun, so much fun. I cannot wait for you guys to be in my classroom or to be in any classroom. I cannot wait to see all your smiling faces and to give you guys snacks and to sing and to dance. Oh, my goodness, I'm getting all worked up. I'm so excited. All right, so for this video, we're gonna read one more book. It's called Franklin in the Dark. Uh-oh, do you think maybe he's afraid of the dark? Are you afraid of the dark sometimes? I get a little bit afraid of the dark sometimes because I never know what could be in the dark, but it's okay. We will get through it. Franklin could slide down the riverbank all by himself. He could count forwards and backwards. He could zip zippers and button buttons, but Franklin was afraid of small, dark places. And that was a problem because Franklin was a turtle. He was afraid of crawling into his small, dark shell. So Franklin, the turtle, dragged his shell behind him. Behind him. That means in the back. This is in the front. This is in front of. That is behind. Every night, Franklin's mother would take a flashlight and shine it into his shell. "See," she would say, "there's nothing to be afraid of." She always said that. She wasn't afraid of anything. But Franklin was sure that creepy things slippery things, and monsters lived inside small, dark shells. So Franklin went looking for help. He walked until he met a duck. "Excuse me, duck, I'm afraid of small, dark places and I can't crawl inside my shell. Can you help me?" "Maybe," quacked the duck. "You see, I'm afraid of very, very deep water. Sometimes when nobody is watching, I wear my water wings. Would my water wings help you?" "No," said Franklin. "I'm not afraid of water." Look. They're like floaties, but they're tubes because she has very big wings. Isn't that cute? So Franklin walked and walked until he met a lion. "Excuse me, lion. I'm afraid of small, dark places, and I can't crawl inside my shell. Can you help me?" "Maybe," roared the lion. "You see, I'm afraid of great, loud noises. Sometimes when nobody is looking, I wear my earmuffs. Would my earmuffs help you?" "No," said Franklin. "I'm not afraid of great, loud noises." He's afraid of his own roar. So Franklin walked and walked and walked until he met a bird. "Excuse me, bird. I'm afraid of small, dark places and I can't crawl inside my own shell. Can you help me?" "Maybe," chirped the bird. "I'm afraid of flying so high that I get dizzy and fall to the ground. Sometimes, when nobody is looking, I pull my parachute. Would my parachute help you?" "No," said Franklin. "I'm not afraid of flying high and getting dizzy. Do turtles fly?" Silly Franklin. So Franklin walked and walked and walked and walked until he met a polar bear. "Excuse me, polar bear. I'm afraid of small, dark places and I can't crawl inside my own shell. Can you help me?" "Maybe," growled the bear. "You see, I'm afraid of freezing on icy cold nights. Sometimes when nobody is looking, I wear my snowsuit to bed. Would my snowsuit help you?" "No," said Franklin. "I'm not afraid of freezing on icy cold nights." Franklin was tired and hungry. He walked and walked and walked until he met his mother. "Oh, Franklin, I was so afraid you were lost." "You were afraid? I didn't know mothers ever got afraid," said Franklin. "Well, did you find some help?" she asked. "No, I met a duck who was afraid of deep water." She said. "Then I met a lion who was afraid of great loud noises." She said. "And then I met a bird who was afraid of falling and a polar bear who was afraid of freezing." "Oh," she said. "They were all afraid of something." Said Franklin. It was getting late. Franklin was very tired and very hungry. They walked and walked until they were home. Look, he's still dragging his shell behind him. Franklin's mother gave him a cold supper and a warm hug. Then she sent him off to bed. "Good night, my dear," she said. Well, Franklin knew what he had to do. He crawled right inside his shell, his dark shell. He was sure he saw creepy things, slippery things, and a monster, but he said a brave good night. And then, when nobody was looking, Franklin, the turtle, turned on his nightlight inside his shell. How silly. See, Franklin was afraid, and then he found out that there are other people that are also afraid of things. Everybody is afraid of something. I'll tell you right now what Miss Rachel's afraid of. I don't like pincher bugs. I scream, especially because I've seen a lot of them recently while I was moving stuff. They're actually called earwigs, but Miss Rachel calls them pincher bugs because they have pinchers on their butts. And I don't like them. I really don't like them. But everybody's afraid of something, so that's my thing. I love you, boys and girls. I will make another supplemental video, so just hang tight. I love you.